fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kiru's show here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we were going over what's going on with Todoroki. Now, Todoroki, in the last part, he was suffering a little bit. Now, after going through the effects of a spell that work similarly to Total Recall, yeah, Todoroki, he discovered what he's done. He was able to give a number for the amount of lives he's taken. And people, they know exactly what happened to this man now. Most people, they understand what happens to somebody underneath that spell. Sure, they'll experience minor pain, they taste similar things, or they taste what they eat around that time. However, if they are hurt during the time, they'll scream for like a minute or two, or sometimes even for an hour or something. However, Todoroki, dear God, the lungs on that boy. Yeah. Many hours on end, for 4 weeks, he screamed. And it was only mildly concerning. Now, after Todoroki lived through his hell again, people did at least begin to start treating him somewhat more humanly. Since this man, this boy, he seemed to be genuinely remorseful about everything he's done. People, they've heard stories of him. He's a monster. He's inhuman. He's, well, a merciless killer. However, they saw him crying and begging for forgiveness with the eyes of an innocent child. And it was unsettling to most. Now, Todoroki, he did pack up gear and head out on a quest, where the man he viewed as a surrogate father, he has told him about an item that Todoroki, he desperately wants to get his hands on. Now, Todoroki, he bought a horse and left town, as that was about 3 weeks ago. And Todoroki, he has been on his own ever since. Now, Hana, she was quite concerned. Todoroki, he gave no warning that he was leaving, and she kind of thought he'd at least talk to her. Now, the man who Hana, she does talk to, and who was Todoroki's surrogate father for the moment, he talked to her, calling her by her real name, and asking her if she does like her life as her former self or her current. And this was quite a hard question for her to answer. She doesn't know. Sure, she has the power to do things, but she doesn't like how she got it. Now, the man, he did try to at least tell her and inform her about how that power she does have. Yes, it's born through blood. However, it can also be used to protect. She cannot just be one person. She cannot be Hana and then her true name. She cannot be both of these two at the same time, or one or the other. She has to find a balance and put them together. Now, the man, he does explain it to her, and she does find it to be quite interesting. Now, we do actually cut to Todoroki, who currently, he is out and on his adventure. he noticed that on his way towards this supposed dungeon, he was heading for the border. And it was quite interesting. Now, Todoroki, yeah. On his way across the battlefield he's heard so much about, he saw quite a bit of things. He saw that apparently there's still cleanup to be had around here. The area, it's just scorched, it's destroyed, and it's devastated. And it's just insane. It's hard to believe that battles were fought here by humans. Now, he does pass by a particularly large crater, and see that, as he does wonder what happened there. Now, as he is wondering that, you actually do have where he does go to look back around, and he does see something that does catch his eye. In the distance, somewhere to his right, there is a large amount of smoke rising up. And he's just wondering if that's a settlement or, well, a camp. Or if someone's in danger. Now, Todoroki did begin to start making his way there. As him and his horse, they do head that direction. It takes almost about an hour, but eventually they do come over the hill and around the mountain. As he does see something that does catch his eye. As he does pull his horse to a stop with his reins. And he does look down towards the city. Now, his eyes do widen, as that looks like a Japanese town. Wait, that's not possible. Is this, well, a demi-human culture? No, wait, it looks like Japanese. Now, Todoroki does want to head in, as he does make his way down towards the city. However, he does see something that does somewhat catch his eye. Whenever there's a wagon heading that direction, he does hear the merchants talking, using at least a very good sense of hearing. Now, he does hear the man talking about the city, as the man does call it by a name that Todoroki immediately recognizes, and it does make him want to turn back. Now, if I'm pronouncing this correctly, and do not quote me on this, Masudafa, I don't know how that's pronounced at all, because I don't speak Japanese. Todoroki does recognize that as his hometown's name, and it does unsettle him quite a bit. Now, Todoroki, he immediately knows that Junto must be behind this. He does want to speak to the man, and at least learn a bit from him. If he can understand how he's done it, then maybe he can come to terms with a few things himself. Now, Todoroki, he does think, as he does bring his hand up and go to move his hair out of his face, as he does find something that does somewhat, well, worry him a bit. Whenever he does bring up his left hand towards his left side, he does find a few white hairs, as he does notice many after pulling his hair further out in front. Now, it did somewhat alarm him. He doesn't know why that's happening now, but apparently it is. Okay, that's bad. Now, we do actually have where they do come walking up. And Todoroki, he does see them. Now, Todoroki, he's sitting just outside the city. And, well, yeah. Princess Atoria herself just walked up to greet him. Why, hello. Princess Atoria? What are you doing here? Am I speaking to the actual Todoroki this time? What? Oh, I'm sorry. This must be the first time both of us have actually met properly. Wait, I'm so sorry. That's right. No, do not apologize. It's fine. Now, this would actually be where a Junto copy would come walking up, as he was looking for Atoria, as he did see a man with mostly white hair sitting on a horse. Now, the man he does go to get off the horse, as Deku he does come walking up, him being able to make out slowly that it is actually Todoroki. Now, this is where Todoroki he does want to go to grab his blade. However, as Deku does walk up, you actually have Atoria, who does go to bring up her hand to show him to not to. It's been a long time, Todoroki. Yeah, it has. But if you ask me, it's been a bit too short of a time. I understand that. So what are you doing here? I should ask you that question. Along with that, the name I heard some people talk about. Why that name? Oh. Well, you know. A little piece of home, right? You shouldn't use it. Junto, what is he talking about? Atoria, for right now I think it's best that you don't understand. Atoria, him and I, Deku gonna bring up his hand. Todoroki, please. Fine. I have some questions for you anyways. I guess it's best I don't piss you off before you answer them. Okay, well, what do you gotta ask me? How? How did you do it? Do what? Survive. I've heard stories about you. You're a dragon slayer, right? You're what? Dorzaya, right? Now, Deku could have moved forwards. Him stepping right in front of Todoroki. That name is not one I go by. That name, do you know what it means? Not really, no. That name, it means slave, property. And, well, let's just say it's a less favorable one to be given. I see. So, how did you break free of the mind control? Mind control? No. Your form of enslavement was a lot different than mine, Todoroki. What? Yeah. Now, Deku, he would turn to Atoria. You need to head back inside. Now, Atoria would go to reach out her hand, grabbing onto Junto's. I would rather like to stay. Okay, but I don't think this is good for your recovery. Please. I wish to know myself. Okay. Todoroki, have you ever heard of a slave crest? I've heard mentions of them. Okay. A slave crest is a contract. Magic, and, well, it's different from what you were given. A slave crest is not only part of a magical contract that is signed for ownership of somebody, but that person they get a tattoo put on their hand. And the slave, they get branded. A metal bar directly to the skin. And, well, you should guess where the place is. What? Yeah. Anyways, after that sharp pain, a collar will form around your neck, and then it will disappear, almost invisible. Just painful enough to always remind you that you're not yourself. Anytime you resist a single command, you ever been shocked by lightning? Because that's what it's like. No, I don't understand. Yeah. Listen, Deku telling Todoroki his entire story. He was branded, he was beaten, he was trained, he was forced to get strong. He fought and killed innocent children, his friends, people he viewed as possible allies. And there was one day where he got the tip of his tongue ripped off or cut off. And there was even a time where he actually lost his mind and gave up hope. He was nothing more than an empty shell. As far as he is concerned, the person from their homeland is dead. And the one that exists here right now is the monster these people have created. How are you fine with that? Don't you miss anyone from your home? I do. Sometimes. Not really missing much. Are you serious? Friends? Family? No. Deku, he does gotta bring his hand up. And he does actually bring his hand up to his chin. Family? No. He does try to think of his family. His mother and father? Before Deku's stern face does somewhat go to discomfort. Family? My mother and father. I never had any parents. A woman named Inko raised me. Inko? Are you serious? Yes. And what of your name? The one not Junto, not that other one you don't want me to say. I know you're hiding something. Tell me, what is it? I'm Shoto Todoroki. Shoto Todoroki? Well, alright. My name is... Deku, drawing a blank. Total recall, activate. Now, Deku, he does try to at least think about it. His name. As he does begin to start trying to scour his memories. Total recall. What is his name? Error. Information not found. Now, Todoroki, he would watch that look on his face. I don't know my name. What? Listen, I don't know. My name's always just been Junto. I've never had one from before. I don't think I did. You can't be serious. Have you been here for that long? No, I was 14 when That doesn't make sense. I know I had a name before Junto. What was in my name? Wait. Total Recall doesn't remember. That's not possible. There's those things I'm trying to write down. All that information I'm trying to make. Shit. That makes no sense. I can remember a page I saw when I was 5, but I can't remember my name. Fuck. Okay, this is a big problem. Now, Junto, he does try to hide his immense worry. However, Todoroki does pick up on that. Tell me, when were you summoned here? Now, you do actually have a Toria, who she does just look at Junto. Summoned? Now, Deku just stand there really quickly, looking down at the ground with his finger, well, towards his lips. My name. Do you seriously not know? Fine, how about the different question? How did you escape? That one. You want to know? You really want to know? Fine. 10 months. 10 months of beatings, hypothermia, frostbite, and infections, along with murdering people and hunting in the forest. Every day trying to keep what little bit of sanity you have left. Every scar I've had, every body part, I've had to get put back into place. I wanted to jump out of a tree. I was hunting a deer at the time. I was going to step beyond the boundary of what I believed to be my designated hunting area. I learned of a skill. It took a long time for me to develop the requirements to it. Resistant to order. What? Yeah. Resistant to order. You wanna know the special requirements for that skill? You have to be ordered around constantly. You might as well be a well-trained soldier. Every time somebody tries to give me an order, using something that could try and control me like magic or some other shit, they can't, Todoroki. They can't. It's why I wasn't able to be the king's pawn. It's why he used his daughter. It's why he used you. It's why you're here. So you're saying it's your fault as to why I'm here? Oh no, it's that bastard's greed. Now, Deku would just tell Todoroki he needs to leave this instant. Fine. You've given me an answer already. Todoroki. Listen. Perhaps... Never mind. I don't want to hear anything from you. Demon. Now, Todoroki does go to right away. As Deku, he does just stand there for a minute with Atoria. Her directly wrapping her arms around him, asking if he's going to be okay. I'm not sure. I've forgotten my name. Your name is Junto. No, not that one. What do you mean? I mean my actual name. What? Yeah, no. Doesn't make sense. Are you gonna be okay? I don't know. I feel like something's wrong. Are you sure? Yeah. Inko. Hasashi. That's strange. He knows those are the ones who were there for him. He doesn't remember this Hasashi guy too well, but Inko, the lady who was his caretaker, the one who was always there in his mother's place, he feels strange about her. Sure, she does feel like a parent, but she's not. There's a strange thing there. He can't tell what it is. Now, Deku does just try to shrug it off. Even his parents didn't care about him in that world, so he just pawned him off to two random people. Forget about them. Now, Deku, he's still very concerned about that last part though. Not even Todoroki can tell him his name, and that's pretty concerning. Now, we do have Todoroki, who he does head back towards the Nation of the Fox, where this supposed dungeon does lie. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing day. Catch you guys in the next part.